Boom! Here we go. Howdy, everybody. Welcome to the Built from Day One show. And as you see, we have a third camera.
Yo,
Whoa! And that is Jelson there down at the bottom. Welcome, Jelson.
yo.
What's up, Justin?
Hey, man. We're doing good. How you guys doing?
Doing all right?
We're
Just hanging
great.
out.
Had a
Box of wine. 20-point loss.
absolutely thrilled about this Timberwolves loss that we just watched. It was
It was thrilling.
so fun. But no, yeah. Well, welcome to the show. Chat joins the show IRL.
They have entered chat.
They have entered chat. That's a good little section there. But yeah, so we're gonna have a relatively quick show for anybody that's either watching this live or back on the VOD. Because to be completely transparent, we have a time limit on our Zoom call. So we have to be short tonight. We will not be doing a midnight jamboree party. We can all pretend like we did that and say it later, basically.
Yeah, man.
Sad.
So we'll be doing the tier list. I've got the highlights up right now. This is the last Timberwolves game of 2021. I guess I'll pass the question to you first, Jelson, and then Ashwin.
Sure.
What I'm surprising you both with this question, but luckily it's nothing too difficult.
Okay.
What are your impressions or general feelings about the Timberwolves after 2021?
After 21, it's a mix boat of feelings because you had like your highs and then everyone got COVID and then you're kind of screwed over there and you don't know what's going to happen. And now you have Anthony Edwards back, Vando back, Pat kind of getting back into the rhythm of things. And I don't know how to feel, man, because everyone's healthy, which is a big if and when. We're a really good team. And I tweeted out saying that we can make a run in the playoffs if we're fully healthy. We can beat anyone if we're fully healthy. But that's the biggest if and when. And it seems like it's never happening. And hopefully 2022, makes a difference, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I am nervous too. And I think to kind of go off of what you said, I think we can, when we're fully healthy, beat people. I don't know if it's a given, but I do think it's certainly possible. I think, like D'Lo said earlier this year, like, hey, we can beat anybody. We just have to put our minds to it. But yeah, well, how about you, Ashwin? How are you feeling going into 2022?
Yeah, I think I thought the expectations were about a 500, even keel team with ebbs and flows. We've literally got that, but in ways that I wasn't expecting. A defense that, is grooming and an offensive flow that is yet to really show us consistency. And that was not what I was expecting. I thought they was going to be the opposite. And I thought we were just going to blow out teams and get blown out. And so to see a different path to victory has been very, very endearing to see a new team kind of come out of the same kind of people or players. Out of 2021, though, it's been kind of meh. I'm excited about certain things. I'm kind of, reserving some judgment on Ant and D'Lo until they're all fully back and healthy. And overall, it's been a decent season. I feel like I can't say that we can beat anyone right now. I'm not there yet.
I would say, I guess I might be in between. I'm not 100% sure, but for me, I do see the potential of us being. I mean, look back at the Miami game. Look back at the 76ers game. We have the fight. We have the talent to win those bigger games. But my confidence in the team's ability to stay focused and also like Jelson was saying, healthy. We need to stay healthy so that we can stay focused, because right now we've got this weird kind of assortment of it was great to have Vando back tonight. It was great to have Ant back tonight, but obviously we still lost by 20. So and that all happened in the fourth quarter, but
Yeah, and that killed the flow that the other dudes were kind of getting together, and forming, which is good because we need our starters back because we are a very shallow team in terms of depth. But it was fun to see who could kind of rise to the top from the rest of our players. Jelson, I was kind of wondering your thoughts on the last few games. They've been kind of, I wouldn't say duds, but they've been kind of just not what we were expecting, not professional level basketball. It was kind of maybe at a collegiate level or maybe subpar basketball. What were some of the takeaways and some of the players that you thought were are keepers or core building blocks to this team?
Well, so when you talk about building blocks, I think of a lot of young players, but I want to bring up Greg Monroe, obviously coming on a 10-day contract. And the biggest if is, are we going to re-sign him? And his game tonight was not as great as we've seen the past two. But I think that he's definitely a player we should keep. And I think he's a building block, especially a veteran presence. If Nathan Knight, he's been playing extremely well. He's been playing at a high level also. And we saw that with Atlanta, that he could do pretty much anything. He could hit a three. He could drive to the lane. He could hit mid-range. His free throws aren't very good. But
yeah, sure.
And I think Nathan Knight, he's a building block there that you can develop. And if he doesn't turn out, so what?
Yeah.
And you saw Jaden McDaniels. I was talking about this on Twitter also, that his mid-range looks really good. His three-point shot, but his mid-range looks pretty solid, especially what I was expecting. He has a pretty consistent mid-range shot, but man, because everybody was out, it's so difficult to find the building blocks that you expect for the future. And Jalen Noel's another one of those guys where it's yeah, he could come in, and it almost makes Malik Beasley a little more expendable. And obviously, I don't think he's a Malik Beasley type of player, but he has the ability to step in that Malik Beasley role.
Yeah, he definitely does. I agree. And the thing that gets me kind of high on Jalen, is the fact that you hear these people like Jim Pete, you hear all these different coaches talk about how high they are on Jalen. They really think that obviously he's shown out in the G League, as we've said before, but he's just inconsistent when he gets to the actual NBA. And I think it would be great to have him as a Malik Beasley kind of fill in spot, because if we were to, it's seemingly any kind of trade that we would have would involve Malik Beasley. So if we could have a Jalen fill in that role and make shots, obviously that's huge for us. But yeah, kind of interesting. Well, I guess we should probably jump into the tier list. The highlights aren't even done. We could actually stop the highlights before the fourth quarter barrage. So that actually might work perfectly. So we'll stop that.
And you basically won the game right there.
That's not it.
Yeah.
That's not the tier list. Where's the tier list? Technical difficulties. We're almost there. There we go. Okay. Now we've got the tier list.
I like what you said, though. The Greg Monroe, the Nathan Knights, the Jalen Noels. Maybe my definition is a little bit more strict or refined from I want vets as opposed to young prospects. Mm-hmm. There's a prospect definition, and then there's a vet core building block definition that it maybe is different than you. But I honestly love what you said about the Monroe. I wonder, past these 10 days, are we done with him now? Already? I would hate to say that. I hope we can extend him to a second 10-day or a hardship extension, or I don't know how that whole process goes. But I would like to keep him on the roster moving forward through the year and beyond, potentially, because it's nice to have another cultured, seasoned dude that's just there doing the work, no nonsense, no whatever. And it makes injuries kind of tolerable. We're gonna have that happen, and we're gonna have COVID, in the future potentially, and that sucks. But you have a variety of players to kind of offset all that. It's nice to have, and unexpected, right? Nathan Knight was super unexpected. Greg Monroe was not on anyone's radar. Yeah. We were all high on Naz Reid, and now we're talking about other players. So that's really cool to see.
Yeah, I am. I would really love to keep him around too, especially you brought it up last week, and I just can't stop thinking about it now. I want to see D'Lo and Greg Monroe play together now. I so badly want to see that, because I think that they would work well together. But and it's so this is a stupid question, but 10-day contract, that means 10 literal days, not 10 games, right?
10 days.
Yeah. Okay. So I wonder if they'll even see the court together, because they're still out. So then they're still gonna have to go probably through that weird conditioning out-ish stuff too. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I see almost no chance we don't sign him to at least another 10-day contract.
You would think. I would. I certainly hope so. But
I'm looking at your wall, Justin. You got a Towns jersey. I like that. You got a Towns, or you got a Wolves hat. You got a looks like an Ant jersey. I'm just kind of making that up. I don't know what jersey that is. But I also see Trey Young and James Harden out there.
And then you look back there. That's a signed Carlos Boozer jersey.
Whoa,
Ooh.
Carlos Boozer.
Boozer. Is that Team USA?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was
Nice.
5 on Team USA. He's 7. Okay.
Yeah, they're all different numbers when they go to the USA team.
Yeah, sure.
But that's awesome.
That's
Nice.
awesome, dude. Like, what is that like? So those jerseys probably mean something to you because they're up on your wall and whatever. Like Trey Young is like defying logic as an NBA player, as like a 5'1" player. But yeah. Well, what is it about like Trey Young and James Harden? And I mean, we can talk about Cat later, but like, what about those players that kind of get you up and get you in that jersey mode?
So, well, Trey Young, I was a huge fan of him in college and in high school. So it was kind of one of those things. Yeah, it was kind of one of those things where it's like I kind of followed him through there, and it's like, I don't know. I felt like it was only right for me to get a jersey of him. And I still watch, like, like watching him in the NBA, but the foul beating gets a little ridiculous at times. But I mean, he's just adjusting to the game. James Harden, one of the best, scoring guards of all time, if we're being honest here. I don't think anyone can debate that. And I don't think you can hate James Harden and how good he is, but I don't know. That may be a hot take, but I don't know.
Hot take. You got to respect his game and his game abusing abilities, which is awesome. Like for him and his fans and the teams he's been on. It's been pretty frustrating to watch him as a outsider. I don't want to watch James Harden. I want to watch others, but it's cool. That's awesome. And mad respect to his game. And from a 6th man of the year candidate to like the most valuable player twice in a row, like it's crazy, right? So
yeah.
It's pretty crazy to think of that, but
yeah. And he's back in MVP conversations with the Nets this year, and he had a ton of time off, so he's been killing it. Cool. And then what is it about Cat? What makes you like, oh, I love Cat. I have Cat's jersey.
Okay, so I'm gonna be dead honest.
Be honest.
All right, Cat. I have a love-hate relationship with him. So I'm pretty sure most Timberwolves fans have a love-hate relationship with him. But I feel like he's brought us the best chance we've had in a very, very, very long time. And he's the best player we've had in a very, very, very long time. And it's hard for me to, as a Timberwolves fan, not own his jersey.
Oh, yeah.
And he's kind of like, I hate to say this, the savior of our franchise, even though we only made the playoffs once with him. But, a lot of people wouldn't be watching this team if we didn't have Cat.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
As somebody that, I mean, if people that watch this show regularly, like you, Jelson, everybody knows that me and Ashwin have harsh criticism of Cat frequently. And that is still true.
Out of love. It's out of love.
It is out of love. But also, the things you say are right. I mean, when we drafted him, I was first off so scared that Flip was going to draft Jahlil Okafor, who, by the way, is available for a 10-day contract now, which is insane. But
full circle.
Yeah, we could sign him and get the first pick and second pick. That's crazy. But no, like he is somebody that is so crucial to our franchise, and I think that's why we're kind of the way we are about him, because we see the things that we want to improve. We see that he can be the savior of the franchise. In ways. So, but I assume we don't have the Zoom amount of time to go into our.
I was just checking.
Yeah.
I was just checking how much time we have. I have no idea.
You don't have an idea? All right. So,
no
well, we started streaming 17 minutes ago, so we should have at least 23 minutes.
All right.
So I think we should be good. But I think we should jump in to the tier list. So we're gonna do you have infinite time, guys. I don't know if we do, Gerald. I don't know if we do.
Dude.
I think we have a finite time.
Gerald's a legend, by the way. Let's keep this real. Okay, he was in my stream the other day, and he was helping me like fix everything.
Nice.
Legend.
Yes. Way to go. Gerald's in all the streams. And Gerald used to work for what? Call of Duty or something like that?
Activision.
Activision.
That's insane.
What a baller. What are you doing spending your time with us?
Gerald,
for real.
Come on, we should be spending our time with you.
On multiple verticals, like Jelson's YouTube, Timberwolves Daily YouTube, our YouTube. We're stalling. We have no time for the tier list.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, you're right. All right, tier list time.
Jelson, talk to us about Jalen Noel's tonight.
Jalen Noel is mid. Okay,
he's mid.
What can I say? He went from 29 points to what he had 7, and then tonight I don't even know what he had. He fouled.
I don't know what he had.
Like
he fouled out. That's cool. What a snoozer of a game, by the way.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It was a snooze.
It was kind of sad. Yeah.
We went up 92-91, and we scored like 6 points in the fourth quarter, and they had like 27 on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun graphic that I posted up.
I
And apparently it was a sellout
Was it? I believe it. They go crazy in Utah.
because they got nothing else.
They do. That's true. Well, we don't have anything else, and we don't sell it out.
That's right.
Dude, I went to Utah like a couple years back, and I forgot they had an NBA team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
I don't know. Actually, I've never been to Utah like for real. I've only been there as a layover for an hour, and I looked out the airport and I was like, "Wow, it's
You don't
gorgeous."
even know.
Yeah, I didn't see any basketballs, so
For real.
You're a non-believer. 18 minutes, 10 points, 6 fouls, 5 assists. That is kind of important. 5 assists, and then 4-12 shooting. So 3 from 3. So what we kind of are asking of him, I don't know. Did he do that?
Yeah. Do we all want to do the first ever 3-person
3-way.
3-2-1?
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have a 3-way. All right.
Oh yo. Okay.
All right.
Get nervous.
Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
C.
See. Hey, look at that. Ooh,
wow.
in unison. Stereo sound.
We didn't get the what is it
We
called?
didn't waver.
We were gonna get whiteboards. We didn't get the whiteboards, but
Yeah.
you know, I think that is a pretty good first effort to have us all say the first thing. And I agree, he was mid tonight.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kind of
Just
what I
not-
expect.
It like I don't even know if it's I gave him C because like he did the mid-range game, which he's like we're like, okay, he can hit a mid-range shot and do all that. And he playmaked better tonight than I thought he could, to be honest. But he couldn't shoot the 3 ball at all.
Yeah, I agree with the playmaking. I saw some moves where he was driving to the basket and I was like, ooh, okay, Jalen, I like this, but he missed a layup. It was like, so it was like, oh, okay, this is like bittersweet. But yeah, no, I agree. I think he showed some flashes tonight of the Jalen Noel that everybody gets excited about. But then he also had the moments where it's like, oh, that's the Jalen Noel we've known. So I agree. Anyways, welcome to the chat, Jake Erickson, and obviously Gerald. And Ashwin Kamath. Who's that?
Yeah. Who the
Bro,
fuck is
who's that? Who's that, bro?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you gotta see.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I would have put him down a notch, but he had 5 assists, and he was one of the 2 people that like got to the line, right? So, and there's like some chemistry building with Anthony Edwards and Jalen Noel that I like, and Noel's passing to Beasley for some threes, which was cool. So just keeping that kind of flow moving and evolving over time is something that I like to see. These are those like kind of growing pains moments where you like take the nuggets out of that, and like that's like something that I would like to see moving forward. Another player that we could probably talk about is like Jaden McDaniels or like Nathan Knight, but like, you know, what really kind of excites us, you know, like after like kind of a really strong showing, Jaden McDaniels didn't really do much tonight. He was there, he played a ton, 34 minutes exactly, and you know, was there, but like, did he stop anyone?
Yeah.
We're expecting a lot out of the second year player, you know, like almost like a 40th pick, right, of the second round or something like that. I don't remember exactly where he was picked, but we're kind of expecting that now. And like, he's been, you know, pretty stable throughout the season. And well, you know, for 3 quarters it was interesting. And then for the, you know, the fourth quarter explosion, like, what were you doing? What was our purpose out there? It was kind of ridiculous. So, but then at the same time, you know, Nathan Knight's out there, and Nathan Knight is asked to do quite a bit in his limited time. And I thought, you know, didn't do anything productive, but he just didn't really ship the bed either. So
yeah,
like as a whole, like the bench, we're still, everything in my opinion is a little like unrefined. Don't have any answers. Do you have any kind of conclusions from this game that you want to like see moving forward or not see?
So, well, let's talk about Jaden McDaniels. That man, we said earlier that his mid-range was better than expected. But that man, I expected him to be so much better on defense than he has been recently. And I don't know if that's like me just expecting too much out of him, but I don't think he's as good of a defender as I expected. Nathan Knight was just kind of there, as you said. Like, he didn't do anything to help, but he didn't like make us lose the game. So I don't know. I think you covered it pretty well, though.
Yeah, I would say the only thing I really have to add, because I agree, I think Nathan Knight did what a third string center or third string big should do when they're out there. But for Jaden, I mean, he struggled all night, and it to me, it just is starting to make me wonder if he's just one of those players that can really only thrive. Because, like, think of the Knicks game and the Celtics game. He produced in both of those games pretty well, and he had major roles in those games. So, he played well in those games, and tonight, sure, he got 12.6 rebounds, but, like, realistically, he was a non-factor out there.
Yeah, and I wonder if, like, part of this is just, like, the flow of the game. Like, I don't remember his entire stat line, but I don't think he was, like, severely in foul trouble like others. But 41, like, free throw attempts from the Jazz, like, completely disrupts our rhythm. Like, they're getting free attempts at the shot at shooting the ball, and we're just, like, watching and stalling and slowing down, and that's not our pace. Like, we want to run and run and run, and well, we'd like to, at least. That really slows the game down. And, like, does that take Jaden McDaniels out? I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, though, like, our bench didn't really give us an edge, but where our edge maybe could have been was our starters. You want to get into our starters and kind of give, like, a overall, like, sweeping grade to our bench as, like, a C.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think the whole bench was a C. I don't really see anything.
Well,
too ridiculous.
Honestly, I might even sway toward the D, man.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I might agree, actually. Now,
but they're in Utah on New Year's Eve. Like, they're pissed off.
Yeah,
like, they're true. Like, I don't want to be
here.
Yeah.
Okay, true.
That's true. Now, one thing I will say, one small shout out to somebody who I hate on frequently, Baby Mac. I know his production wasn't necessarily all there tonight, but the few minutes he played, I thought they were pretty good minutes for us. Yeah.
Especially in the beginning.
Yeah, he got a couple steals right off the bat. He made like some crazy layup that I have no idea how he made, at least from the TV.
Yeah, angle. That was fun.
But I thought, for somebody that we've kind of ragged on in the past, good job.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yes.
But all right, well, yeah, let's move on to the starters because we don't know how much time we have, and time is finite.
True.
This meeting will end in 10 minutes.
Does it say that?
Yes.
All right.
10 minutes.
All right, let's go.
2 minutes of starters. All right. So first, actually, we can go really quick on Nas because Nas only played 15 minutes. I didn't even realize he started. He had 7 points, 7 rebounds. He was 3 of 7 shooting.
That's it. No more stats.
That's it.
All right.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
For a grade? Yes.
Yes.
3, 2, 1. D.
D. Ooh,
oh, okay.
D. You
changed?
No, you guys said D. Go for it.
We said D, yeah. So
have your 30 seconds fame.
Yeah, my 30 seconds, D, just because, if you're going to be the starting center, one, I expect you to play more than 15 minutes. Maybe that's a Finch issue. But, 7.7 rebounds, whatever, I can take it or leave it with the stats, Just overall impact, though, not really there. Nas's shots, just lately, I don't have confidence in the shots going in. And, I just feel like he doesn't look as polished. Not that he's been polished, but, it just doesn't look as good. There's my 30 seconds.
Okay, so Naz Reid, why is he playing? No, okay. Naz Reid, all right. So if you're starting, why are you only taking 7? No, okay. So he's only making 3 out of 7. If he's shooting, it feels like he's taking a wild shot whenever he shoots. And when he does make it, it's because he takes a set shot that's a good shot. But he was going at Rudy Gobert like he was Giannis, okay? Yeah. So,
you're
all right,
you're
that's
right.
all I got to say.
Yeah.
That's a great point. The only point that needs to be made actually, is he went at Gobert multiple times and got his ass kicked. And I will say the reason why it's a C and not a D for me is that he only played 15 minutes. How can you really get into a rhythm when you're getting Ant and Beasley a lot of the shots? So in 15 minutes, what can you really get done? You're not expected to run a lot of the offense through you and everything, but whatever.
All right, hear me out. Chris Finch, Glenn Taylor tier.
Oh,
I've had a couple people on Twitter, and I think Gerald in the chat said Glenn Taylor tier as well, or Wancho tier.
Put him in there. Like, I don't understand the rotations. First of all, his substitution patterns are crazy. Wancho, yeah.
Use Wancho as
Finch.
Yes.
I already have a Finch picture.
Oh. You do? Oh my god.
He's just been hiding. He's been lurking.
He has been lurking for like a year.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything really to say. It's hard to really grade a coach, but it just felt obvious that keep Beasley in. Run shit through Ant, even though he has foul trouble, and get kicked out of the fucking game. The calls were so egregiously not in our favor.
Yeah.
Get out of the game. Like, send a message or something.
All right,
like
refs,
I don't know.
The refs don't deserve a tier.
That's true. Utah refs always. Next up, Jared Vanderbilt, 5.7 rebounds, 22 minutes. You ready?
Yes.
Ready.
3, 2, 1. C.
B.
Ooh.
Oh
B.
my gosh! Wait. B?
We'll let you go. We'll let you go with the B.
Okay, hear me out.
Okay.
All right.
Hearing.
He's the reason we were even in this game. His rebounding is a big part of it, and
yeah,
he was sticking up with Rudy Gobert on the boards and stuff like that. And without Jared, we were going to lose by 50.
100%.
Right now.
I agree with that. The only quick rebuttal that I'll have is that one, he only played 22 minutes. Again, that could be a Finch issue. And two, like, we're getting to the point now where we kind of expect the high effort plays out of him. So that, I mean, it kind of goes against him on the tier list anyways. Maybe we should reward effort instead of being expected. You know, it should be something like a B if it's good effort. But I mean, we're just kind of expecting that effort. That's the only thing I'd say. That's the only reason I gave him a C, is just because I almost expect this out of him at this point.
Ticky-tack fouls kept him out of the game, like being aggressive. Like, he had some really dumb fouls that were not fouls. Like, a fucking Trent Forrest falls down, and that's a foul because he poked his eye, maybe, right? Like, it was such a dumb thing to see and witness as a fan, but also just like a bystander. Like, how is this a foul? You can just fall down and get calls against you. And Vanderbilt plays with high energy, and you should recognize that and realize that they let Gobert, you know, have a long fucking leash, a long runway to do whatever the fuck he wants, and he only gets like two fouls in this game when he hacked every player on a consistent basis. It's kind of bullshit. Vanderbilt still has to earn his keep. So in a nutshell, that's kind of why I'm kind of a C, because we're not going to have him take over a game. He didn't do a lot for us on the offensive, sets of the game, but like, yeah, his hustle and his rebound is always going to be there. He's consistently a C, and he has to do something terrible to go down a notch.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. And you know, we're gonna go to a B tonight for guests honor.
Yeah,
that's how it works tonight.
For your honor.
Yes. So
appreciate you guys.
All right.
Appreciate you. What the fuck are you doing, your honor? You have Dave Benz on your show. What are you doing on our show?
What do you
Can we talk about that for a second? We only have 7.2 minutes left. 0.2 minutes. Go.
Okay, so Dave Benz is a legend. I love him so much. Great guy. Brought me onto the court. Man is one of the best people I've ever met. Super humble, and he's helped me out a lot through this whole YouTube stuff. That's all I got.
That's awesome.
Shout out Dave.
Shout out to you.
Shout out Chelsea.
Davey.
All right. Well, let's move on to Patrick Beverly, because I don't know how much time we have left, and I'm nervous.
4 minutes and 33 seconds.
Oh my. Okay, so Patrick Beverly, 11 points, 6 assists. You want to do a 3-2-1?
Yeah, do it. Do it.
3, 2, 1.
C. I'd have a B.
Okay.
I thought he was one of the 2 or 3 best players on the court tonight. Maybe his, offensive production is not like showing his colors, but like he never really does, right? And I thought he's back in that regard. Like his last game was one of the worst games we've seen from him, and he's back. He's getting his floaters, he's getting his threes. He's kind of showing the way to the young dudes, and he's like there on the court as a coach. And it just is nice as a presence to be out there, and we could kind of rely on the hustle and energy of Vando and Beverly on a nightly basis. And he didn't look like, out of shape, out of form at all. And well, it's a loss. It's a 20-point loss, but I don't think he was the reason why.
The only thing I'll say is just a couple sentences. I didn't feel his energy as much as I normally do, like i.e. like a Vanderbilt type energy. Also, he made I knew the shot was going to be blocked by a million miles away when he was trying to do like the spins in the paint against Gobert. I was like, I know it's going to happen. And it happened.
Only bums get blocked by Gobert.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Everybody hates Gobert, but I put him in a C tier for tonight.
Dude, do it. I love it.
All right, we'll move on to let's do Malik Beasley first.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay, we gotta be. Let's maybe do just like a quick grade on Malik Beasley, and then we'll talk about Ant for a couple seconds, and then Jelson plugs his stuff. So all right, Malik Beasley, you want a 3-2-1 to get 22 points?
Yeah.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
A.
E.
Okay.
Ooh, A. Do it.
Let's
Talk
do
about
it.
A. He played pretty well, made his shots. Can't expect much more.
That's true.
But A is like winning us the game kind of like tier.
Okay.
I won't contradict you. I will just say.
All right. Hear me out. Low A.
Heard.
Okay.
Low
A
A.
minus.
I like it.
I like it too. I'm down.
Like it. He did
All
the
right.
extra credit.
Anthony Edwards. By the way, shout out Malik. Finally made 50% of his shots.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards comes back, 26 points, 9 of 21 shooting, 4 of 10 from 3. He falls out of the game as well. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
B.
C. I don't know.
Bro, what? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought this was just like I thought this was not a great game from him. I mean, like obviously in the first half and even in the third quarter, like he was making some shots, hitting some threes, timely, making us like he was taking us back and tying the game up for us. But he just didn't have that element of taking over the game. Having his 2 stars out, D'Lo and Towns, I would expect more and hope for more. Given he's still 20 years old, I can't be that harsh on him. But you know, I guess similar to Vanderbilt, I guess I'm just starting to expect this out of him. So that's my spiel.
I mean,
He played well.
Yeah, he played well. That's like literally it. But like the offense run without him was running kind of needing to find another player to get going, right? And with him, it's like he takes the possessions for himself. And he's a black hole at times. And I didn't like what I was seeing at times where he was just like running up and taking a 3 or running up and just doing his own thing, get the offense flowing. And well, he's probably really excited to be back on the court. And that's why he was trying to chuck as much as he did. 9 for 21 is not great. It's not bad, but we need more out of him on a consistent level and not to foul.
1 minute.
Wow.
Okay, Jelson, you said it.
Jelson, plug
right?
your shit.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Check out my YouTube channel, Jelson. I post bangers there. I'm actually going to post tomorrow. Try to do daily uploads in 2022. Appreciate guys letting me be on the show. Hopefully I can be on it very soon again.
Definitely.
Pleasure.
Oh yeah, love that.
Yeah,
love that.
I watch you guys after every game. You guys know that.
Yes, we
And
do.
I look forward to it.
Why?
So hopefully I could be on the show maybe next game or a game after that. Something like that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Real talk. We look forward to chatting with you and Gerald and Jake and JJ and everyone and Godfrey, everyone, everyone who comes in. We love you all. And we want to wish you, a very happy holidays and happy new year. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for, checking us out and finding time after the game, win, loss, 50-point losses, to come hang out with us. And it's been the reason why we still do this, really. So, thanks, Justin, for joining.
Well, the stream ended, but I'm here. So let me see if I can get me up in here. Just me. That's not me. But you know I'm here. I promise I'm here. You can hear me. Can you see me? You can see me. All right. That was a pretty seamless transition. But, Jelson, thank you for coming on the show. Truly do appreciate it. Ashwin, thank you for joining the show as well. But I'm glad I thought of this. So you guys at least can see me. But anyways, that's all we have. I mean, I guess I could hang out for another 25 minutes, but I'm not going to. But anyways, I appreciate you all. Happy New Year to everybody, and hopefully the Timberwolves can have a 500 season. So check out Jelson's stuff on YouTube. He plugged it earlier, so check it out. We'll probably post some stuff on Twitter maybe. But yes, we will definitely be doing some more stuff. And Jelson, I see your private message. Yes, Ashwin and I will be right there after the show is done. Intro is the outro. Thank you all. Good night.